Hi guys, welcome back to tutorial race and you are learning TypeScript function. So in function section today we will cover lambda functions. So lambda functions is a short way to represent an anonymous function. In the last video we have discussed about anonymous function in which the function in which there is no name. Okay, so lambda function is a short form of representing the anonymous function. Since these two double arrows are used, that is why it is called arrow functions. So let's see the example where msg equal to x number. Okay. As you can see, here is not written function also. In the earlier example, let's see this example. Here at least function is written. Also in the previous example, you can see function is written and in anonymous function also there is function written, but in this case you can see there is no uh, keyword function. So just there is parenthesis and in that inside that there is parameter or variable x and then number and then here only the value, this value plus x. So this is short form of writing like this. Lambda function dot ts. So same function could have been written like this function and then this curly braces and this one. So so this is anonymous function, example of anonymous function, but in lambda function this has been done like this. So there is no mention of function here and also the function body is written in the same line. Okay, so let's run it and see the example. tsc and then lambda function dot ts. And then node 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 lambda function dot ts. So you can see the output displaying 55. Now lambda statement. That means in the previous example we have written in a single line. So this can be written like this also. The function body, the statement can be written in separate file like sorry inside parentheses. So this is called lambda statement here. So if you get else here msg so rather than this we will write here node x plus 10 here msg, then value 45. The same thing can be written like this also. So the difference between the previous one and this one is that there is the function body is written, the function statement is written inside curly braces. So as expected, the output is same. Now syntactic variations. The same thing, same lambda function can be written with syntactic variation. But before that, let's understand what is. Uh, One thing you should bear in mind that it's not compulsory to specify data type for parameter. This one. Here we have defined parameter x and then data type. Okay, so it's not necessary to define the data type or parameter. As you know, if you don't specify the data types, TypeScript consider it as any data type. So you know any data type, we have covered in the beginning of this tutorial that any data type is independent of data type checking. So here call me and then y. Okay, so there is no data type. So here we are checking if type of y equal to number, then it will display number, and type of string, then string. So if we write this one, let's see this example. So it's call me here and then y. So to check, in the first case it will display number, and in the second case it will display string. Oh, it will be y, not x. Okay, the first one is displaying number, and Rajesh is a string, so it's displaying perfectly as expected. And another one is optional parenthesis for single parameter. This one. Here, uh, so let's copy it. Not this one actually. So we're talking about optional parenthesis. This one. Here you can see we have not written like this. So rather than using parenthesis, we have skipped that parenthesis, but still it will work. So that is syntactic variation. So if you run, then it will display as expected. So it is displaying 500. Now the next one is empty parenthesis for no parameter. The following example shows these two syntactic variation. So my function, then y here, and then function invoked. So I think this example and this one are same. Okay. Now there is function overloads. So if you come from background like function like C, C++, in Java, then you might be knowing that there is concept of function overloading. So what is function overloading? Function overloading is actually when the same function have when uh, you know two functions have the function will be actually the function loading overloading is the function name is same, okay, but their parameter can be different. So based on the parameter the function name is same, but the based on the parameter we differentiate it, so it's called function overloading. So how does it work? Let's say example, the function overloading can be different with the data type. So if function name is same but data type is different, then so it can be overloaded like that. For example, function overloaded, the name function name is overloaded, then data type is string. The parameters data type is different. One is string and another one is number. So in the above code stepper function name is same, but the parenthesis parameter data type is different. And then another one is number of parameter. Data type can be same, but number of parameter is different. Then it can be also overloaded function. So x number, y number. So there are two parameters here, but in the first one there is only one, and third one is the sequence of parameter. So you can see here n1 number and then s string. Here first c string and the another one is number. So what did we learn? For function overloading is the uh, you know function loading is just the process in which same function can have different uh, arguments. So it is differentiated with a number of arguments, type of arguments, this data type of arguments, and sequence of arguments. So this is the example: function course, then cname string word, function course fees number and cname. Now here we are passing course A any B any, and then void Java and then this. So as you can see, the function name is same: course, course, and course. There are three functions, but the name is same. But in the first case, there is only one parameter. In the second case, there are two parameters, but their data type is different. And in the third one, there are two parameters also, but data type is different. So this one is number of parameter, and this one is data type different, and this one is this one is also data type different. So now in this one data type is both the data type is any. Now if you give here, if you give here course then Java, then as you mentioned earlier, if you place this question mark, that means that is optional. So B is optional here. Okay, so in the first case we have given Java as parameter, then in the second case we have given this parameter. So in both the cases it will work perfectly. So in case of first one, this one, the first function will be called. This one will be called because the parameter is matching with that. There is one parameter, so it will be with this one. So this function will be called this one. But in this case, there are two parameters, and also the data type matches because it's saying number, and this one is string. So in the second case, this one will be called. So let's run it, and you can see Java, and then first one is Java, and second is undefined. In this case, undefined. So, and because we have not given any value in there, that is why. So if we could have skipped here in this case, but that is fine. We could have written here if b equal to undefined, not undefined, then it will display that. So it is displaying, it is calling the first function, and this is calling the second function. So that was it for this function section, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.